Hey there YouTube, welcome back to the shop. This is part 4 of the Screaming Eagle 114 Stage 4 engine kit, engine rebuild. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe. Just when you think you're almost done, this vehicle has a Screaming Eagle header pipe on it. It has a special high flow crossover pipe. And whoever put this together wallowed out the gasket. That usually happens when the clamp isn't tight enough or that you're jamming the pipe on there like sideways. It bores out the gasket. So it's a special gasket, special clamp, and it's tightened to like within an inch of its life. Within a millimeter of its life actually. Look how loose that is. Like the only thing that was holding it previously is this clamp. Look how beat up that is too. Like it's just disgusting. So luckily it looks like we have one of these exhaust systems in stock. So I'm going to try to get parts to pull this gasket and this clamp out of that other kit. And then obviously reorder these two parts for that kit so that we can get this on here, get this thing buttoned up. I'm ready to be done with this bike. I just want it to be perfect and be gone. So let's continue on and we'll come back to this. The key to getting the new gasket in without messing it up, making sure it's going to slide back on its mating pipe the way that it's supposed to, is opening up this hole because it's all crimped down now from the gasket being crappy and too much pressure from the clamp. So what we have to do, we have to open this hole back up. I always put the clamp on first. That way like you don't over open it and not, you don't overdo it and then get yourself in a situation where you can't put the clamp on. So I put the clamp on first. And then this is a exhaust pipe expander that I bought from the Snap-on truck. It goes in here and it should open up big enough. I want to say this is a 2-inch pipe, so it's pretty big. And we'll just give it a couple taps with the impact and hopefully we'll be able to get it so the gasket just slides right in. Ta-da. New gasket, new clamp makes all the difference in the world. Look how nice and tight that thing is. It's the way it's supposed to be. Let's get this thing buttoned up. Alright, so the last thing to do before putting the saddlebags and side covers and the seat on and filling it up with coolant is to reset the adaptive fuel value. So obviously this bike has O2 sensors in it. Since that lifter was so wacky for so long, it's possible that the O2 sensors learned some sort of weird fuel trim from that front lifter being messed up. You know, like if the engine's mechanically not pumping air correctly, then the air-fuel ratio can get skewed. So whenever I do like a full engine rebuild or a refresh or whatever, I always do a learned air-fuel reset. So I'm just going to plug in with our digital tech, turn the bike on. Come over here, start our digital tech deal, wait for it to link with the motorcycle, alright, perfect. Come over here to the screwdriver and then the AFV reset. So whatever calibration, whatever is tuned in this motorcycle, when I click this button, if the air fuel ratio, if the O2 sensors have learned to richen or lean certain fuel cells, it will clear all of that to its base calibration that of whatever is in the ECM, so it won't mess up the tune or whatever's in it. So click it. That's it, it's been done. Here we go. It's the very first startup on this whole fresh engine. Very first time. Excellent. Everything sounds good initially, so I'm going to get it upstairs to do the first heat cycle on it. I forgot that there's a stored code, so I'm going to clear the codes. And I'm going to get it upstairs, like I said, get the first heat cycle on it, and then we'll be road testing it. Here we go. Here's a quick follow-up of the 107 to 114 stage 4 kit. So the bike runs well. The 515 Screaming Eagle cam is kind of a clacky, valve trainy sounding cam, but the bike runs right. Everything is good with it. Doesn't leak any oil. Everything works great. So it's done. I'm waiting for it to cool off to double check the coolant in it, because usually after doing like a full engine, even though you bleed it the best that you can, like per the service manual, it still gets a little bit of air in it, and then it takes definitely like one full heat cycle, and then I'll take a little bit more coolant. So it's just cooling off, but the bike's done and ready to go home. Thank goodness. So I feel like we did the best that we could, especially given the time constraint. So I don't even look at warranty time until I'm done, because it is so frustrating and fatiguing to know that you're essentially working for free. So the warranty time for that, what Harley-Davidson will cover, is 12.5 hours. That's replacing the engine cases. Granted that there's a whole lot of stuff that I did that wouldn't have been needed, like if the engine case just had a crack in it or something like that. So that's how whack this setup is all of the time spent as far as diagnosing, tear down, disassembly. I've written all of that off. Like, I didn't flag 1 second of that. I'm glad I didn't, because I didn't get paid for any of it. So any of that time is wasted, completely wasted time. All of the time spent as far as going on the electronics parts catalog, making sure I have every individual part that I need, breaking down the 114 stage 4 kit, getting all the individual parts from there, making the quote, calling corporate, talking to the representatives over there, begging for a short block or a whole engine or it. Basically, that's what I was hoping for originally, is the biggest parts all together. You know, that makes it easier and faster for me, which is essentially losing less money for me. So that didn't happen. They made me make the whole engine. So right, don't count any of that diag time, any of that tear down, any of that calling, any of the finding the parts. All of that is just, you're just doing it because you love it, and you do the best that you can, and hopefully I'm not married to it for the rest of my life. I'm sure that I am. You know, like if anything happens, if any noises or anything, it's always going to be Brad worked on it, Brad built the engine. So I feel like I did the best that I can. You know, I would have liked to do more as far as get into the cylinder heads and look at the valves, and you know, but I knew right from the get-go that there was going to be zero time in that, zero compensation. And here we are, Saturday, the guy's calling, and it's just like you get beat up on every single end. So I'm glad that thing is gone. Hopefully I never do another one, but I thought it would be interesting. You know, if you weren't interested in how the bottom end looks, how the engine assembly kind of goes together, you know, from a viewer standpoint, that it made sense to kind of videotape it, because I thought that'd be cool. And like I was saying, that's the first Milwaukee 8 bottom end that I've done, and they've been out for what, 3 or 4 years now. So I figured now was the opportunity, and if it wasn't now, it might never be. So that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed what you saw, and if your warranty department, hopefully I didn't upset you. You know, I'm just trying to do the best I can for the customers that we have, and try to make it sting the least amount. So that is what it is. I can't wait to not see that bike ever again. Like, I just need it out of my mind, off my mind, and out of here, so I can get on to the next one. But thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and turn on the bell for notifications so you will be notified when I upload new videos. That's it. This is Saturday. I've got another exhaust system and Thundermax to do. I guys calling for that one too, you know? So I guess it's better to be busy than not busy, but flagging time. It'd be better to be flagging time. So, all right. Thanks. Bye.